I just had to come on and do a second one today. Mainly, well, am I allowed to?
Access granted.
Thank you. Oh, I hate automotive designers. And
somebody call security.
Yep, that's what they're going to do, General Motors, because I'll tell you what, if I ever get this thing apart, well, let's get started. And you'll notice I am proudly wearing my shirt from the defunct airline, ATA, American Transair. It was the airline crew that I used to drive when I worked for the limousine service. They stole this shirt from one of the plane mechanics. I blacked out his name with a magic marker. Tomorrow, maybe I'll put on the crew shirt that they gave me. They were going to sneak me on the plane. Before I get to the van, I'll give you a little update. This was the junket airline that used to fly from Cleveland to Vegas. And I used to drive the airline crew. I'd pick them up at the airport, take them to the hotel. Next night, I'd pick them up at the hotel and take them back to the airport. Well, after doing this for several months, one of the girls no, it wasn't one of the girls. It was one of the guys. Those two were crazy. They were gay and they were married. And oh my God, it was a laugh a minute driving with this crew. They'd asked me if I'd ever been to Vegas, and I said, no. Do I look, I'm driving a limousine. Do I look like I can afford to go to Vegas? So the next flight in, I took them to the hotel, and they handed me this bag. And I thanked them, and I asked them what. And they said, well, if you ever want to go, this is a steward's uniform. Shirt, tie, slacks. He said, you can ride in the jump seat. I wish I would have taken them up on it, because when I got to Vegas, one of the girls said, I've got a 2-bedroom apartment and I'm within walking distance of the Strip. And you don't have to worry about getting a motel room. If you want to see Vegas, walk the Strip, for a day and a half, actually. I never took them up on it, and I regret it, because overnight, this airline went defunct. They were all out of a job. Okay. On to the van. I've used up a whole can of PB Blaster, and I suggest that you go out and buy stock in Johnson & Johnson's, because now I have multiple boo-boos. I'm going through Band-Aids like they're free. I have to get another box. Buy stock in Johnson & Johnson, because by the time I get done with this thing, their stock is going to go so high from me buying Band-Aids. I got my hand caught. Actually, got my arm caught. Got the wrench on there really good. Got ready. At that point, I got a cramp in my hand. Couldn't move my hand. Had my arm stuck under the manifold. You know what it's like when you get a cramp. Well, finally got my arm out. Shredded the crap out of the top of my hand. The bolt won't budge. Won't budge. I have one out. Of course, that was the easy one. This one, you know, it's buried like underneath. It would be like trying to get a wrench into the edge of this microphone right here. You know, it's buried up underneath where you can't, I don't know how they get to it. And I would like to take and grab that engineer in a part of his body that would make him squeal like a pig. Because I'll tell you, I'm going to give it one more try tomorrow. Hopefully the blaster works. I mean, the housing moves a little bit, but that don't mean nothing. Otherwise, even up in Rhode Island, Denise, you're going to hear because I think the only way to get that bolt out is either using a stick of dynamite or some C4. I just wanted to give you a little update, make an ass out of myself in YouTube, have a cigarette. I wish this was a Bloody Mary with about that much vodka in it, because I could use one right now. Unfortunately, I can't drink. Kind of messes with my cancer medication. So I have coffee. That's it, people.
Bye-bye.
That's it. I'm through.
I will give you an update tomorrow. We'll have 2 segments tomorrow. We'll have a new segment like I usually, and then we'll have a crab-ass old man making a fool out of himself update. And probably by then, I'll be up to my armpits in Band-Aids. So buy stock in Johnson & Johnson, because this job is a disaster. I have never, and I've been working on cars since, I have never come across such an asinine design as this. I think the only way to get to it is to pull the engine, or have a wonderful evening. I'm going to take my sore back now and lay down for a while. It's the crab-ass grumpy old man with the golden microphone signing off from WDWL TV. Have a wonderful evening.
Access denied.
All right, they're throwing me off the air now. Take care. Bye-bye.